I created a true college football dynasty with the Riverside Royals until it all came crashing down via the death penalty that happened to SMU. We were paying players, we were essentially not a program anymore, and then several years into the future, about 20 years later, we are a team again. Coach Gene Dangus is back at Riverside and coaching one of the worst rosters in college football history. Only 180 overall on the entire team, and I log onto the game and I get instantly roasted. Tailspin. Winning is something that the 0-1 Royals are not accustomed to. It's been one game. Why they have to do me like that? It just started. But recruiting may be the biggest part in the turnaround of this program, and we have a number of players that we're going after. I think maybe only 1 4-star, but mostly 2 and 3 stars up to this point. And we don't really have a great idea about how good any of these players are. You know, because we've scouted some of them, and we are in a position right now where we're using all of our scouting points. There are a number of players that it's tough to say whether I actually even want them right now, because we don't really know how good they are. So even though I'm not going to go crazy using the talent trees, the skill trees for Coach Gene Dangus, I just think it would make recruiting a little bit too easy too quickly, despite the recruiting mod making things a little bit more challenging anyway. So it's just going to be doubly tough. However, what I will use for upgrades are Coach Dangus's scouting ability. He's been in the industry for many, many, many years. He knows what he's looking for in terms of these top prospects. So we are going to upgrade scouting at least to uncover 100% of a prospect's true skills each week for 50 points. So I'm not really going to do much else right now. I want to scale it up a little more naturally. But for right now, I think getting these scouting upgrades to a point where we're actually going to know something about the players we're going after in recruiting, I think is going to be pretty big for us. It's going to let us know if we're finding gems or just terrible players. And we are in the lead on some players that I actually like the look of, like Daniel Belcher from Deer Park, Texas. We do have him a little bit scouted right now. And it's very interesting as a running back that he has 83 agility. That's not that weird, but 75 release. So he seems like he's probably like a hybrid running back / receiver. Maybe your own little Christian McCaffrey type player. But we are going to advance here to take on Louisiana Monroe in week 3. I do think there's a chance we do some double headers in season 1. Not for certain, but I think there's a chance that happens, because just seeing us get pounded for 11 games probably is not going to be fun for 11 episodes. But we'll see what happens. It's a grind. You know, it takes a little while to turn our college football program around, and we've inherited one of the worst in the entire country. But we have added our first recruit. That is Brandon Jones, a middle linebacker, has officially committed to Riverside University. Our first recruit of the new Gene Dangus era. Let's take a look at him. I added a number of these players that were already interested in coming here, and he's actually going quite a long way. Meadow Lakes all the way to Riverside. Now, that's... AK is Alaska? Is it not? What are you doing? He appreciates the coach prestige of Gene Dangus. How could you not? Academic prestige is not where he wanted it to be. But proximity to home is interesting. I guess California would be fairly close to Alaska as far as states go, but it's still not close. And like not even Washington, which is the most northwest continental United States, is still not that close to Alaska. Or at least not Meadow Lakes, Alaska, which is like Anchorage. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we have here. And I'm not too mad about a 67 overall player, especially not one with 87 speed and 91 acceleration. And Brandon Jones, maybe named after Brandon Jones, the Texas safety, Hookem, could end up being a great Mike linebacker for us down the line. 6'4", 235. He's got that prototype build, maybe even a bit bigger, but great athleticism overall. And I think really a nice add, a great first get to our class. But I am really more interested in Kevon Wisdom because he plays the most important position, which is quarterback. But now that I've invested big time points in him, 500, we have taken the lead on the Cathedral City, California. Quarterback number 55 in the nation. And he is horrendous. He is not fast. He can't throw, and he is off the board. Oh my goodness, that is a minus 18 bust. 49 overall. That's worse than what we have right now. What about Danny Pardula? He's the number 8 quarterback in the nation and likes the idea, I think, of coming to Riverside where he's going to be able to start right away. He's in a pipeline state, so we get a free plus 50. And he's not too bad at a 74 overall. Decent enough speed, decent enough arm. And this is probably someone we really want to start going after. He is a 4-star player. He's not, like, incredibly good when there are, like, guys in the mid to high 80s and even into the 90s in each recruiting class now with the recruiting mod. But he could be a decent starter for us right away. Oh, my goodness. Daniel Belcher is a plus 19 gem, 82 overall, and he is incredible. Speed, not really his game. 84 speed only, but 90 acceleration, so he gets up to top speed really quickly. 83 agility, and now 84 speed is different in Madden to NCAA. 84 speed you can like play with a little bit. It's not absolutely awful, but where he really makes up for it is with his receiving ability out of the backfield and running with the football. 81 break tackle, 85 stiff arm, 85 carrying, 75 trucking, 91 spin move, 93 juke, 90 elusiveness. Now, I know it's the recruiting mod, so you're going to get very different players from what you see in the actual NCAA and college football revamped. This is my first time using it, but I have never, ever, ever seen anything close to a plus 19 gem. We just found an incredible player. He's only a 2-star recruit. He was interested in Riverside already, so I decided to add him to my board. And we absolutely need to get him no matter what right now. This is a huge recruitment. He is a 2-star that might as well be a 5-star. Now, that doesn't mean I want to be done at running back either, as we found another gem. This one, not quite as good, only a 71 overall, but plus 6. Another good player. Pretty similar, honestly, just like a watered-down version, and spin move is way worse. I mean, he's definitely way worse, don't get me wrong. Not really a receiver either, but definitely a nice change of pace back. We have the 5'11", 205, kind of shiftier guy, and then we add some power at 220 up the middle. Another California guy, not that Belcher is, he's Texas, but another player we probably want to get. We'll add 500 points and try to just win that recruitment. And I'm not really sure I'm going to be too interested in bringing in a JUCO player, just when we have a player that might be able to start right away as a true freshman, who should end up recruiting to Riverside ASAP, but it wouldn't be the worst idea to add, 3 running backs in the class. So we're at least going to take a look. Probably not too interested in Deontay Miller. But the junior college player, Micah Davis, is a 72. That's really not too bad. Wouldn't be a terrible depth pickup. We can add some points to him. And we'll see if that ends up winning us that recruitment. But I'm super stoked about the way recruiting has started. Less so about what we actually see on the field. We are a minus 20 overall here, which you could say maybe they're favored by 20 points in this game. 1 point for every overall. Doesn't exactly work like that, but probably not too far away either. They've scored 28 points and allowed 27 in week 1, so that's a crazy first game for them. We allowed 31 points and only put up 7. We're going to need to do a whole lot better if we're going to stand any chance of winning this game. And we'll see what happens. Riverside ULM. There is our guy, Coach Dengus, taking on, what are they, the Warhawks? I think they're the Warhawks. Yeah, they just have better numbers than we have. But it'll be interesting to see if that ends up playing a big-time impact. I feel like we played with a lot of heart in week 1. I'm not sure that we're a team that's going to go out and even qualify for a bowl. Year 1, we'd have to win 6 games. These are going to be tough games to win. We don't have a quarterback. We don't really have any means of moving the football on offense. But I'm really proud of the way the defense came out and competed in our first game. All right, we win the toss. We're going to choose to kick. Get our defense on the field first. And here we go. Rain coming down in Riverside, California. We still have the Pac-12 logo on the field, and it is not exactly a packed house. But there are a few fans in the stands, you know, ready to see the return of Gene Dangus to Riverside, and we allow a massive 44-yard return to start this game. All right, well, not a great start, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And you know what? I have faith in this team. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't really have any faith. But we are going to come out. We're going to play hard. We're going to see if we can upset. That's what any win will be this year for us, is a major upset. Oh, that's not good. That is not good as Rushing takes it up the middle. Yeah, a running back named Richard Rushing, Dick Rushing, we are screwed, dude. There's absolutely, look at him throwing a stiff arm. He just punched somebody in the mouth. We are not ready for prime time. We are not ready. Oh no. I mean, all we really can guarantee is that we're going to fly around the field, play hard, try to make plays. But it looks like the Louisiana Monroe team is just a well-coached team. It seems like they're not the ULM that we might be used to in real life, but it seems like they might be pushing to become a powerhouse. Tight end goes in motion. Here's a handoff with the middle to Rhodes, and he's just faster. We just don't have the speed to get to him. Let's play action. Don't fall for it. Evans looking to take off, and there he goes into the end zone. It's Matt Lewis, the quarterback. Big touchdown for ULM. They are on the board first. You know, he just kind of stayed composed in the pocket. Saw a lane, took off, and he knew that he was more athletic than anybody we have on defense and was able to take it in for the score easily. The extra point is good, and we are down early. I gotta say, I think we looked a lot better against Colorado last game, 2 weeks ago, but I am not super impressed with how we're starting against ULM. I'll say that. Maybe our offense is going to be a bit of a different story today, as we have the slowest man in college football history, Rivera, back to return. And there is Troy Jones. That's our impact player. 12 carries for 35 yards and our lone touchdown. The senior running back is bad, but if we can close the door and close out Daniel Belcher, we have our running back of the future, and we don't have to worry about Troy Jones. So that's what we're trying to do. Read option works perfectly. There's Sims. First down for Dan Sims, the whitest guy in college football. We have a lot of, like, the ist in college football. Whitest, slowest, worst, ist. It's not a very good team. You guys know that. But look at Troy Jones. Look at the heart. Surges ahead for 8. Can we trust Dan Sims as a runner? QB draw. Ooh, he just got CTE. I just saw it happen in real time. Oh my goodness. Took an absolute shot. But you know what? He worked pretty well. Got straight back up. And it's third down. 3rd and 2. We're going to try read option. They're going to play the running back. There's Sims. Oh, and he takes another shot. I don't know if he's going to be able to become an accountant after his college football career. His brain might turn to mashed potatoes quickly, and that's all right. Anything for the team, right? Throw on the run to Holmes, and he took a shot as well. We tried to get into the open field. We don't have the speed to get outside and burn anybody down the field, so you have to be a little bit more shifty, have to be more, you know, north-south as opposed to east-west, trying to get around people using athleticism. We're going to throw to the running back again. And there's Jones with another first down. We are cruising on offense. It's been a long drive, but we are just moving the football methodically down the field. Only our second pass, both going to running backs. But we know we can't stretch the field vertically. It has to be short passes. It's going to get us down the field if we're going to throw the ball. And there's another one. Complete to Antoine Davis this time as we find a receiver, and he's our best one. More read option. This time we're going to go to the running back, Troy Jones, who has space and power. Troy Jones ahead for 14. Oh my goodness. Maybe we don't even need an 82 overall running back through recruiting. We have Troy Jones. He's a monster. And Halloween's over. He's taken out. 2nd and goal. I don't know where to go with the football. How about to a lucky fan in the stands? Good call. Send somebody home with a souvenir. They'll be more likely to buy tickets again in the future. It's 3rd and goal. I don't know what's happening there. We pretty much just committed to passing the ball at this point, and we're going to try a screen. They read it fairly well, and Jones just does not have the speed to outrun a defensive tackle. We get 2, and on 4th and goal, I think we just have to take the points. It's a 21-yarder. Our kicker's not good, but I think he should be able to drill this. And it is no good. That's full power, by the way. What do college kickers even do, dude? All they do is miss. This is a full power kick that I think was accurate enough. What is that, dude? Tell me it was tipped or something. Tell me it was blocked at the line. Nope, just that that's it. Clean kick. I mean, maybe it wasn't even accurate. Maybe with more power it would have been there, but I think it would have gone under the bar either way by a lot. What is his range? Extra points only? ULM gets it at the 20. I mean, a disgrace to kickers everywhere. No, that's wide open. Murphy does end up saving a touchdown, but 27 yards to Sean Jones as Dwayne Wade kind of bumped him. Looks like we were playing cover 2. And there were multiple receivers open. Could have gone to pretty much anybody over there. We are both not fast enough or physical enough to stop a play like that from happening. We just can't cover that. I don't really know what the game plan is going to be to stop teams that want to pass on us. Because even last game against Colorado 2 weeks ago, when they wanted to pass the ball, they did so extremely effectively. We don't have the athletes. I don't know what else to say. If they want to get vertical, they can get down the field easily. If they want to just use precision and run really crisp and sharp routes, guess what? Our DBs can't keep up. Read option. That's a lot of heart right there, but not a lot of power. Matt Lewis takes off for a 24-yard gain. We had him in the backfield. Is that Dwayne Wade? I think it was. I talked about him in episode 1. He's a vet. He's been here forever. He's got great cover skills. He's extremely good at knowing what's going to happen. Great play rec, great awareness, great pursuit. He's going to get to the right spot, but yeah, he's not going to make the play. He's not fast. He's not strong. And we are down 14-0 as a result of the missed tackle. I don't know what else we can do. Richard rushing makes it 14 for ULM. So we can't rely on our kicking game at all. And this kind of reminds me of what happened last game, as Stephen Jones can't catch the pass right in his hands. You know, it's rare that we get an accurate pass. Please catch it when it hits you in the hands. But as I was going to say, this kind of reminds me a bit of what happened last game, where we were able to move the ball at times. That was not really a massive issue for us, as Antoine Davis catches it and gets a couple, but we just couldn't convert on our opportunities. Turnovers, you know, on their side of the 50, missed opportunities just really kept us completely out of that last game. And it's happening this game, because we ended up coming away with a score there. Well, then it's not 14-0, is it? It's probably 14-7 right now. And I'll tell you, at this point in the game, like, you probably do punt. I completely get why somebody would punt in this spot. I completely do. But for us, we know what's going to happen. We're so bad that if we give the ball back to ULM, it's another score. They march down the field. We're going to go for it. We're going to try to move the ball. And Ashley uses his power, uses his fullback magic to move the chains. I know it seems crazy to go for it in that spot. We're so backed up. But we know what happens if we give them the ball. We can't punt it very far. It's prolonging our death. Whereas going for it, in my opinion, actually gives us a chance to stay in the game. Look at Dan Sims go. Trying to put the team on his back as a runner. And he's doing it right now. Oh, yeah, we're going to get sacked. You just can't run back. Just can't run back there. I don't really know what the alternative is. Got to get rid of the ball, obviously. That was probably our window to do it on the slant, but if we don't have an accurate throw, it's brutal. We end up losing maybe like an extra 3 or 4 yards because we were going to get sacked there pretty much no matter what, but you can't give away extra yardage. I know it's not great, but 2nd and 17 is better than 2nd and 21. Just is. See if the running back can stay in and block and then maybe release if the opportunity presents itself. Then we get nothing. I mean, it's 3rd and impossible. We'll see what we can do, and we're going to get intercepted. So, yeah. That was supposed to be like a classic, like slot corners with outside curls. But the problem with that is I streaked the outside receivers so that we actually had a chance of converting the 3rd and super long. But what had happened was they played what looked to be a cover 2, to be honest. And that brought the corners up the field a little bit, who might have otherwise been a bit shallow. And Ewing was wide open, or would have been probably, if not for these boundary corners dropping back. And that's actually a safety. Interesting. This is an interesting look. Actually might have been like a cover 3. I don't know, kind of tough to tell. Maybe cover 3 cloud or something. Because they have nothing in the flat over here at all. I don't know. Either way, it did not work for us, as not much does. And that apparently is caught in bounds. 21 yards to Sean Jones down that left sideline. Great route. I thought that pass was going to take him out of bounds. It was very close. But yeah, it looks like he did get 1 foot in. And in college, that's all you need. Over the middle, Lewis is going to take off. Smith in pursuit, drags him down. Matt Lewis has hurt us with his legs today, and his arm, and everything. But we're able to stop him for little to no gain there. It's 3rd and 4, maybe picked up 3. But that's pretty much as good as we can hope for, given the talent on this team. And that's a shot basically to the end zone. MJ Pollard, touchdown. ULM goes up by 21, pending the point after. 3rd and 2, Jones in motion. We're actually going to hit him quickly. It's not a great throw. We need him to make somebody miss, and he does. Look at Troy Jones. 13-yard pickup when you got to have it. And we're moving the football. We're down 21, but our effort is unchanged. We're going to go read option here. I don't think they're ready to defend it, and they really weren't, but that's a great play by the interior defensive lineman to shut a block it. But look at another Jones run, or Dan Sims, excuse me. Dan Sims goes for a huge gain. We had a great block from Jones, is what I wanted to say, and then another one on the cutback. Offensive line just kind of cleared an entire runway, essentially, for the quarterback. And read option continues to be one of the better ways to move the football in this game. And it's a crutch I'm going to lean on when we have the worst roster of all time, as we are sacked again. And Wallace is sacked. Jamar Wallace in for the injured Dan Sims. He can't throw the ball either. And Jamar Wallace loses a bunch for us. Just tried to scramble, I guess, and he's just not fast enough. Ankles caught up, dead. We'll try a screen again, try to get anything back. And there goes Troy Jones for 6. It'll be 4th and 22, 55 seconds to play here in half number 1. We will punt, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're not going to be able to score before the half, but you'd like to come away with some points. Just didn't end up happening for us. And that's a great punt. That's a phenomenal punt if that went out where I thought it did. They might be inside the 1 or the 2. They're on the 3. Great punt, though, anyway. I don't know that we're going to be able to register a TFL here. Certainly going to try. Pretty much no gain. Not going to bother using our timeouts. We'll go into the half down 21. I'd love to get our first score of the game. That's the next goal. We get the football to start the second half, though. We'll see what happens. Not our best half of football. Actually, no, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it was, based off of just last week. But yeah, this Riverside program is a long way away from the team that we saw with Reggie Gonzalez and Adam Daniel and Phil Triplett and Luke Tucker in that final stretch. You know, there were so many great players that we had that were just instrumental in winning games. And that was just only players on the offense side of the ball. Corey Royal is another one that stands out. We had John Humphreys, of course. We had so many great players on our offense. We just don't have really any of those here. Here we go, down 21. They've erased it from the scoreboard. I don't want to see it either. I like that. And we'll see if we can come out and get some type of points to get us back in this game. But Dan Sims is back. You know what? So we have a better chance. He's not great, but he's better than what we have. And we're going to try to take off with him, and he's just not fast enough. And we're sacked again. Dan Sims going down. You got to just get rid of the football. That's what it comes down to. We can't really throw the ball beyond 5 yards. What we have to do is just throw the ball pretty much no matter what instantly. And we're just not designed to pick up 3rd and 17. The ball is going to come out fast, and we just have to see what happens. Maybe a little quick. Awful pass. Ewing had a free release. Can't hit him. Lewis looking to take off. Broke 1 sack, but cannot escape Brett Johnson, who brought him down. Don't know who was in there first, but just kind of ran right into Brett Johnson. And it's a nice play on defense, one of our few this game. How about we turn up the heat? Tight end goes in motion. Nobody's covering him. Gonna end up being a run. We didn't really contain it that well, but look at that hit. What is the price? Price with the big hit. I don't know. We got to work on that call. How about the price just went up? I don't know. We're going to blitz him here. Maybe we can find some type of space to get in there and wreak havoc. There's a throw as Wade dives at nothing. I keep just muscle memory pressing the square or X button if you're on an Xbox to go for the deflection, and you dive every time. That's a play where we just totally would not have allowed it to be completed if I pressed LB or RB. I think it's LB to go for the deflection. I have to remember, but it's a little bit tough to switch back and forth from Madden to NCAA when I'm recording back and forth, but I'm going to start remembering. Just haven't played NCAA in so long. But we're going to find our groove. We're going to iron these kinks out. And let's be honest, right? That completion right there is not going to be the reason we win or lose the game. And we know we're not going to win the game. As Murphy delivers a big blow to Richard Rushing. As he's only rushing for a yard on that play. 3rd and 5. How about a takeaway? How about it? I don't think they're going to run the ball. Mayfield in motion. Trying to get to the running back out of the backfield. Got caught up on, something there in the middle. Pass is completed, only out of bounds, and they're going to get 3 anyway. Could end up blocking this, although I doubt it. It is possible. But that kick is sailing through, and that's what a kick from that hash looks like. Okay, good to know. As number 3 Georgia Tech is getting crushed by unranked Southern Miss. Maybe don't rank Georgia Tech in the top 3, it's just a thought. We're going to run. We have enough space. It's really the only consistent way we have to move the football is on the ground, and usually with our quarterback. 13 carries for 47 yards. Has been sacked a couple of times as well. And in college football, sacks count as negative rushing yards, but we throw it to the running back Troy Jones out of the backfield. He's also enjoyed a nice game. That's his 6th catch. And when we have a running back recruit like Daniel Belcher, it makes me even more excited about his ability to receive out of the backfield, because we do like to throw to the running back quite a lot, as this time we'll safely slide with Sims. That's a great route on the post. Antoine Davis, nice catch, 1st down. Get 18 yards on the play. It's a great route, to be honest. Looked like zone coverage. We were able to just throw it where they weren't. 2nd and 4. Cannot get sacked here. We're going to run. And note, we're going to throw probably over the line even. I just wanted to slide and avoid that hit. But that was nearly completed. I guess that would have, been a fair play had it been caught. Here's 3rd and 4. Got to throw that curl route. And that actually is scooped up off the ground nearly by Stephen Jones. What a catch. That just kind of shows you the limitations that we have throwing the football. Perfect timing hitting the curl, and it's just completely underthrown. We're actually very lucky that ends up being completed. As we're going to dunk it out to the running back. Look at Jones breaking another tackle. Troy Jones. He might end up catching the ball 10 times in this game. It's already got 7 for 47. And that is the end of the third quarter. Down by 24. Not much of a hope getting back into this one, but we're going to keep trying. Play action. We're going to throw to the end zone. It's intercepted. You can't throw with anticipation with these types of quarterbacks. Why are we doing something other than what's working? Why am I getting greedy? We had a slot wheel, essentially, and he's definitely open, but we don't have the arm strength to hit that at all. And we don't even have the speed either. Because even though these guys are not involved in the play right now, this safety's coming over. There's no way we're ever going to be able to outrun any of these guys in this game with our current team. Down the line, when we have speed and arm strength and accuracy, that's a touchdown behind 32. Right here, for sure. I really feel confident about that. Right now, we cannot do that. Big mistake. Oh, Lewis is going to get sacked. That's a safety. We are on the board with our first points of the day. Clay Moss in there for the sack. Just kind of unblocked off the edge. Didn't really even send a bunch of pressure or anything. Just a little bit. And we sent enough. Clay Moss kind of runs in off the edge and is able to actually make the tackle. Gotta love it. We'll get the football back. And that turnover ends up being the best thing that could have happened to us, as we come away with an extra 2 points. And now maybe an opportunity for even more. Probably will go for 2 to make it 24-10, provided we get into the end zone. But we got a long way to go before we can do that. We're going to take off again. There's Dan Sims. Another nice gain. Let's try to go hurry up here and get everyone back to the line quickly. Again, I just don't feel confident throwing the football. But I do think that if we throw the ball really quickly, we can move the ball that way. We're under pressure, gonna get sacked. Yep. Not great, not great. Third sack of the day for Travis Patterson. He is just bullying our offensive line. 3rd and 12, we have to move the ball here. Who's it gonna be? Ewing! Cannot go up and get it. Mike Holt on the deflection. We have a Holt on our team on the defensive line. I want to say Steve Holt because of Arrested Development. I think it's John Holt. Either way, he sucks. Doesn't matter what his name is. I hope I never learn it. It's 4th and 12. Jones goes in motion. We just get the snap off, and we're going to throw to the tight end. Ewing can't get it to him. It's deflected. We just don't have the arm. Anytime it's 4th and 12, you might as well punt because you're not getting it. Sacks are drive killers. It's been very apparent so far in this game. It's kind of fun that we have 2 linebackers with the last name Smith. I wonder if they're related. Maybe. I mean, just look at them. They could be twins. So tough to even tell them apart. Here's Lewis back to throw. He's actually going to take off, and he has plenty of space. A ton of it. And ends up sliding. 1st and goal. I mean, he could have got fancy there. Could have tried to score. Probably would have been able to break a tackle and find the end zone. But what are we supposed to do in that spot? He drops back to throw. He's hurt us with his arm, but he just finds a wide open running lane and just takes off. It's just really tough to defend against a dual threat quarterback, and that's what we need to find. Ideally, we find a dual threat QB in the recruiting class, and we're able to stop guys like this, or at least counter it with one of our own. It's also frustrating that there's no R3 button in this game like there is in Madden, where you can send somebody after the quarterback if they're looking to scramble. And we just don't really have an answer when the quarterback takes off. Matt Lewis finds the end zone again. Just can't stop that. Can't stop that. Saw what was happening. We nearly got pressure on him, or at least we maybe even did get pressure on him. That's why he scrambled. But he's able to take off. We just don't have an answer right now. We need more athletic linebackers, for sure. DBs, obviously. Just need a more athletic team. Yeah, we've been sacked a lot. Those are the game highlights. Just whether it's Jamar Wallace or Dan Sims or even Gene Dangus. Everybody's getting sacked. Gene Dangus, of course, fired in the past. Synonym for sacked. I think the Brits say that. But, it's Gene Dangis' time now. Hope he doesn't get fired. I guess it is a possibility. But you can't fire him with this team, can you? I mean, look how bad they are. You got to give Coach Dangis a little bit of a leash, right? Oh, Lord. You just can't expect an instant turnaround with a team like this. We're only able to throw it to our running back. And look at Troy Jones again. We're playing not so badly. It's just we're outclassed by ULM completely. The big problem with that is we're not going to face a whole lot of teams worse than ULM. So I don't really know who we beat if they're not an FCS school, as Jones drops what would have been his 10th catch of the game. 4th and inches, we're going to line up to go for it. We slid just short of the line last time with Sims, but the QB sneak, he's actually still going. It's the longest QB sneak I've ever seen. Let's get Ashley another carry here. Oh, there he goes. This might be the glitch. Run out of goal line and just give the ball to your playmakers, which I guess is our fullback, Tyler Ashley. We also have, you know, Jones, who now does have 10 catches in this game. Just get him the ball. Go straight up the middle, see if he can find some space. Troy Jones with another touch. Only his 5th carry of the game, but he's obviously been very impactful as a receiver. And did we get away from the run too much in this one? And I just feel like we got down, and you kind of feel forced to throw the ball at that point, but I don't know, maybe it was a dumb decision. But that is the ball game. 31-2 is your final. Bit of a bizarre one. Our defense ends up scoring points. That's great. Our offense didn't get any. That's not so great. Matt Lewis, of course, was your player of the game. 3 total touchdowns. Went 12 for 12 through the air for 149 yards passing. Did have the 1 passing touchdown, 2 on the ground. And we were just outclassed. We're going to keep trying, but we know it's a grind here early. And, I mean, he was a playmaker today. Just didn't really have an answer for him. Purdue ends up upsetting number 12, San Jose State. Any other upsets? I was hoping to find out what happened with that Georgia Tech game. Looks like we're not going to know for the time being. But next week, we will play number 4, Air Force. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be very good, but I guess they could be. But I think that will be the next episode. Might do a doubleheader for week 4 and 5. But thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.